One owner car guy, oneownercarguy.com. This here video is gonna be the painting of the grill. I did a video just yesterday probably of sanding down the grill and doing a lot of work on the Chevy truck out there. CK series, you know, like a 90s GMT 400. Today is gonna be painting the grill plus sanding down, geez, the lights and clear coating the lights. Just making this truck look a lot better, kind of refurbishing it in a light type of way. So hope you enjoy. Click the like button, check down below. All the links for all the stuff I use on Amazon are on there. What are you doing? Are you singing? Wow, I think she's got a microphone. What are you doing? Yeah, big day. Okay, that's the deal. Here we go. Gonna do the whole video and then I'm gonna probably put this stuff all together and make it from start to finish because we did a lot of stuff on this truck. And this truck is clean and it looks good. When I was doing this video, I only had one can of paint. And one can I knew wasn't enough to do this whole thing. So what I did is I laid down another can of paint first in black. And I did a flat black, and then I put my slate gray over it. And I think this color is the perfect color for a CK Series Chevy or a Tahoe Suburban type truck. You want to get these things from the bottom too, to where you get a smooth finish on the bottoms, right? Okay, I'm nearly done with what I'm going to do behind it, and I went a little farther and kind of decked it out a little bit, like the sides of these, stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to come back here much at all with the other one. Okay, round front. This is going to tell me whether or not I've got enough. Well, not really, because since I'm putting a coat on, it's soaking it up. And the other coat's going to go on even nicer. I'm thinking I'm pretty brilliant for my idea here, but we'll see about that. I should have taped that off, but I'm painting it anyways, so it doesn't matter that much. Now we'll be able to decide if I should have left it black or went ahead and painted it slate. I'm really betting on the fact that doing this first coat is going to make the other coats go on smoother. I'll tell you that much. Makes me wish now I'd have primed it. Oh man. I will be cheating and adding a little bit more from a different can if one can can't do it. I would not attempt to do a grill with one can. No way. Not enough paint. Doing it like I'm doing it with another color, it's possible because I'm going to have typically 2 cans of paint. When you're painting this, it's different than any other surface, and I'm not getting the job I really want. Anytime I do it, it begs you to put more on, and then, because it's weathered material, so it soaks up your paint, begs you to put more on, and then runs on you. And there's almost no way around it besides just waiting. I'm not that patient sometimes, so I got an area on here I don't like. Like I say, it may be kind of stupid to consider that maybe I'll get more coverage out of the other paint, but I think I will. I really do. Honestly, I forgot how dry this stuff is, and I'm taking a little bit more care now that I'm painting it, and I know how dry it is. Okay, I went in for a few minutes, and it's looking good. And this is, like I say, the moment where we can see whether I should go ahead and keep painting or not. But I like it. I'm going to paint over it. Talk about turning out great. This piece turned out just spectabulous. This piece turned out great too, but that was in the sun. I seen it first. Well, it looks really good. There are spots on the edges that get scuffed, and that in and of itself causes a little bit of an issue, but it looks really good. I'm going to paint this on the truck, and there's a couple scuffs and gashes in it that I'm not bothered about or interested in. And one little run right there and one on the end, but that's that. I'm going to go around back, and I'm going to start putting a little bit of this through. Man, maybe I take a picture first. Before, so we'll have absolutely nada to compare it to, but that's okay. Okay, at this moment, I'm feeling pretty good about what I did on the back. You can kind of see it blending through. Here we go. There's so many curves on this thing. It's hard to make sure to get them all unless you find a uniform way to do it, which I kind of have. It is covering a lot better. I'm feeling kind of good about this still. I'll let you know in about 10 minutes or so. Well, it'll be less time than that for you, because I'll edit some of this, but yeah, we're just painting away. I'm liking the color. It looks like a factory Chevy color. I know it's not, but like I said, there's so many crevasses. You know, I'm glad I did this, I think. As long as I got enough paint. Amazing how light of a coat it can be in comparison, simply because it's already got a nice base coat down. And this is covering it very well. So if you just don't want a regular old black grill, and you want to get something closer, I think this is closer. And there'll be opinions both ways, I'm sure, but it's a definitely Chevy-ish lookish. A Chevy-ish lookish. Sounds like something you'd hear on Wile E. Coyote. Okay, honestly, I think I've got this piece. So I'm gonna do another quick look around, make sure I don't miss anything. Because the other piece, technically I could leave flat black if I have to. Folks, I think I got enough. We'll find out. Here we go. Okay, I indeed did have enough to cover it. This is still wet, but it's looking great. This piece is, not as wet, and it's looking just as great. But I don't feel like I missed anything. I'm looking it over again. And honestly, I'm so happy I went with this color. This is the perfect color. And Amazon, it's in my store below, my Amazon store. Couldn't find it anywhere to order more. And finally I found it on Amazon. And that's where I guess I got it. So they all got their own shades and everything, but this is like a Chevy gray for a grill, man. This is perfect. I am so happy with this. I've got the lower valance panel looking good. There's ash falling out of the sky because of all the forest fires. You can hardly see the hills. Oh man, that wasn't what I wanted to do. It didn't chip it, I don't think. That wasn't right. It was wrong. Okay, I got the grill done. Look at this. Looks fantabulous. It really does. Just in great shape. Looks good with the thingy thing in it, the indicator. And I've got this. And I'm not going to buy an emblem for it. I'm going to leave the dimple in the middle. That's just life. And I got this. It's not really the color I want, but it's the color I have. So we're using what I have. So I'm going to try this, man. It's kind of sketchy. It really is. Because you got a inner part here. I hope you can see that. And then you got an inner part. So I'm going to try my best to make this look as good as I can. I'm going to leave that for now. And I'll put another coat on in a while to where I don't get it too runny. I say this as I spray more on, but I am actually going to just leave that for a minute and come back to it. Alright, while I was waiting for it to dry a bit, I installed the valance panel, and it's looking good on there. Yeah, it looks good against that black. The grill's going to look so good. I'm gonna put another coat on this. I'm not loving the color, but I might be loving it more than an actual bright gold. I don't know. And again, my problem is to get down in there and not get down in there too much. I'm gonna let that dry again, and I'm gonna give it a third coat. And I think it's gonna look good, actually. One owner car guy, oneownercarguy.com. Sometimes I do a little bit more to them than I was expecting. Like this one, I blacked out all this behind the grill while I was doing the grill because I actually looked really hard to find this color. And this is the color I think a GMC or Chevy grill for a Tahoe, Suburban, or CK series truck should be. It looks great. It's a great looking color. And I'm gonna show you the color I used and what I'm doing for the emblem instead of buying a new one for huge amounts of money. It's gonna be a cheap and easy fix. For the exterior for this part, I used the Rust-Oleum. This goes over plastic. It's a paint and primer in one, but I used the Ultra Matte Slate. That is the color. And it took exactly one can. I wouldn't try and do it with one can, but I used a can underneath of black to give it a base coat because I only had one can of this. And for the logo, I went with this. I love the hammered look, and I don't know if you can see that in this thing, but you'll be able to see a texture in the paint. And it goes on really nice. It's a really tough paint, and I've just got a little bit more touch-up to do. And this one, look at, I busted my sprayer tip. I've never done that before. And I've just got a last little coat here. And I am officially done with that. I'll pull this off and show you how it looks, and then I'll show you how it looks on the truck. And I'm here to tell you, I think this is the color to do your truck grill in on a Chevy like this. It's not flat black, which is different, and the black doesn't look that good, especially when you're working with a chrome bumper in the front, a black piece underneath it, a spoiler. I don't know how a strippy model 2500 with no options really, it's got power steering, but that's probably about it, and a black rear bumper. I don't get it. I've never seen that. I'll show you the grill in a minute. And you'll see here, you got a lip that goes in, but the problem is there's a lip that goes up to it too. So you're never gonna get this perfect. And I'm trying to find the perfect time to take it off because I don't want this tape to stick to my freshly painted grill. Yeah, man, that looks great in there. Oh no. Got a little bit of overspray through it. That is not what I wanted. And I don't have much of anything left for paint. That is just shitty. Okay, well. Oh, I got some there too. Well, let's fix this. This is so empty, but I think that'll do it. Gonna see a little bit of a line there, unfortunately. But that's okay. Ah, I missed a little piece right there. That's okay. It's not gonna be noticeable on the long range of things. I have to wait till it dries to get that bottom piece. Okay, I think this piece will be no problem to touch up, especially if I had more paint. But you can see the inset there, and you can see that it's hard to not get that inset. I think I might tape off this piece and tape off this piece and spray the inset flat black. Not sure yet. I might just leave it because it looks pretty good. It's not extremely noticeable. I mean, it does have the outline of it, so it looks like it's supposed to, kinda. Huh. We'll see. Alright, I hope you can see in there, but I just don't have the right thing, and I want to get that inset painted. So I'm going to tape this off, interestingly. And I got to get this repaired. But I got to paint the inset, this, and I'd like to fix that tiny scratch that I put on it. You have really wanted, excuse me. You've really wanted, I can't say this. You have to really want to get it all to do this. I've got a tape off job like you wouldn't believe here, and I'm going to untape it off in 3 parts to where I can get everything I need here. I'm going to get a couple more things together and then do it. So I taped it all off, and I'm using the razor blade to make sure the tape is down in all the areas and up in all the areas. And I reversed it each way, but I think that's pretty much it. If I'd have had enough slate left, I would prefer to do that, but I don't, so. Done. Hey, I got it all looking good, and actually I think I had enough gray after putting a base coat on it, and I slated it over, so it's looking good now. Now ideally, you're not going to have to double wrap this because you're going to have the same color. I did not have enough. I had 1 can, man, to this whole thing. So with the black behind it, I had this little area of gold I wanted to get, and I was like, damn it, you know, I can just do this. So I did it. I'm going to take this off. Okay, that was a lot of taping, and I'll tell you, from a distance, it looks good. I mean, it looks great. It just looks good. There's no doubt about it in my mind. But slate, I want to show you again. It's the Ultra Matte Slate. There in my Amazon store down below. And the Rust-Oleum Hammered, it's the goldish one. You can find it down below. Well, that's that, and I'm going to maybe throw one more thing in. A video about how to make these not white anymore. You know how to get all white and crusty? It's on my channel. But this is why I like that color. Because that slate looks very, very, very close to that factory door handle stuff and the little pull handles and some of the stuff in them. Sometimes the surrounds, it depends on the car. But that's the deal. Looking good. And I'll tell you what, I just could not resist blacking out this grill. Or maybe, I don't know what you call it. The behind it part. Look at this. This just came out great. Very happy. Did the horns and everything. And with that color there, and with this black behind it, I think it's really going to show up. One owner car guy, oneownercarguy.com. And Google Glass is dead. I can't get it to work. So, a little bit of spots on here of polish. But other than that, this piece is looking just spectacular. And I blacked it all out behind it, looking great. I'm going to clip the grill in. I'm going to show you on the back. I've buffed the whole truck now. Polished it, and check this out. This side, I polished the bumper. This side, I did not. Whoa, right? I'm gonna do half of this side to where you can see the difference. I'll have to show this piece that's in the sun after I did it, but you can see, even in the shade, that makes all the difference in the world. And if you're selling your truck, I'm telling you, it's worth it to do these tiny little things that don't take much time. I even took the plate off and did a little bit of hand detailing around that. I'm not going to make it perfect, but it's a lot better right there than it is right there. There's no reflection. Reflection. No reflection. Reflection. Seriously. There's the sunlight one after. What a difference. This whole bumper took me like, I don't know, 3 minutes if I wasn't making a video. Alright, with no sunlight on this, it's going to be hard to see, really. But I'm going to buff this out because this here is just not as good. I already buffed this one out. This is what I use on this. There's lots of different things, but check the links below. This Finesse It 2 is awesome for lenses. I'll show this in between. I haven't done nothing to this yet, except just put some polish on it. This here I've done. Now, this is not sanding them. This is not using any kind of clear coat or nothing. This is just shining them up, polishing them a bit, and you'll see what this does in a second. On something like this, I'll use a wool pad. Just be careful. You can really ruin your light. And these are cheap enough to replace, but if you're just shining something up to make it look better, that's a lot more shine than you had. Between that, getting the wheels redone, doing this bumper. And I keep showing my stinking grill, but I'm so stoked that the grill color turned out to be the color I wanted. I mean, that looks good, the logo. And this, for a grill on a Chevy, it's almost like I got a factory color. I love it. It's dirty from sitting, but this is going on today. In doing this grill, I sped it up, and I didn't exactly do this exactly like I wanted. And it left a little bit of a finish on it. So I'm gonna do this again, sort of. All right, so I sanded it down with 150. I'm just gonna give it a quick coat to where it brightens it up. You can see the color on this one is kind of yellowing, and I sanded this down with 400, and you can really tell that back one is yellower. I'm gonna go ahead and clear coat this now to where it can be really good. That's one coat right there. The one in the back, you can totally tell, is yellowed in comparison, and that's pretty bright, man. That is a bright, nice light, and I'm not gonna pay to replace them. I'm gonna put another coat, be a little shinier even. But you can really tell. I'm gonna do the back ones too. I can't stop. This is it in between before I wash it off, and you can see these cracks or whatever in the light. I'm gonna try to buff some of them out, or sand some of them out. I'm using a regular little 320 that was kind of older, had been used, so it should be about a 400. All right, so this is it. After I wash it, I put degreaser on it, and there's a link down below the degreaser I'm using. Look at that, that's beautiful. So I'm gonna blow it out. I'm always in a hurry. I just ain't got time to wait. So I'm gonna get it as dry as I can. Leave it sit for about an hour. And a half hour. That's gonna make a lot of difference. Oh, and I did get 90-something% of that scratch part out. It's all gone. Can't see it no more, just a tiny bit of it right there. I don't want to touch it because it's ready for paint. Or clear. Another look at the turn signals after the last coat, and they're definitely brighter. So, got some pictures, taped it off real quick. It's been about 10 minutes, and I'm gonna clear it. I guess I could try and film it. And you know what? I just realized the wind has just kicked up a lot. I don't like that. Okay, got this one sanded all out, and I got the second coat of this on. I'll try and show you some actual spraying on the other one. But the difference is just so intense. And from the back, I mean, you can really see this side coming. It looks nice. This side, not so much. It looks very old. Faded. That thing pops, man. I like it. And between these couple things, I mean, if I have 10 minutes total, if I was doing them both at the same time and not trying to show things, 15 minutes, I'm done with the back. The wheels, it's a hour job if you're priming them and everything. Cleaning out the underneath, well, it just doesn't take long. Doing this stuff, well, popping this out and painting the back, maybe I got an hour and a half in that. Maybe 2 hours at the most, hour and a half. I would say I've got about 3 hours into just doing a couple things, not including washing, but about 3 hours. And underneath it, you'll notice it looks a whole lot better. And I'm thinking about putting some black paint on it and kind of rust proofing it, putting a rust deadener on it. But big difference, just a cleaner truck. Can't wait to pop this grill in here in about an hour. And that's that. Thanks for watching. I'll click some more in here in a minute. Okay, like I say, I wasn't happy for the truck to have them be like this. I wanted them to be better, so I'm going to sand this down. I'm going to do it with an old 320, which is about 400, with a DA. So I'm really going to put some sanding power to it. I'm going to tape it off first. Okay, I got this one taped off and ready to go. This is just a cheap Harbor Freight DA. I really shouldn't attempt this in one hand, but I'd like to get a little bit of filming of it. Got to be careful on your round parts to really, well, take care not to grind them square or something to that effect. So I'm going to do this for a minute and I'll be back. it takes it down a bit. Some people tell you to take this to 1,000 or 1,200 or even 1,500. No way. I mean, primer and paint covers 80 grit scratches. This is 320 that's really used, so it's more like 400. 400 I think is the perfect for this. And be careful of any cracks and chips in your light. You don't want to mess them up too much. Stay away from them for the most part. Alright, that literally took like 2 minutes. There is a little tiny gougy scratch right there. And there's one right here I like to smooth down a bit. So I'm going to give that a shot. And I'm about done. And I'm going to paint this. Okay, I gave it another good round of sanding. And you're sanding off quite a bit of plastic. And as you can see, I got this one out. And this one is gone also. And there was also another one in here that I didn't show you, but I got it out too. So now I'm just gonna spray this down with a power washer, spray some degreaser on it, and let it dry. Okay, nicely sanded up light and brand new Planet Clear. I'll tell you, it's instant too. Instantaneous. And I'm just gonna put a light coat, and I'm gonna do the bottom and top too. And then I'll come back to it. Call that my first coat. I'll be back in Thinking I was zoomed in, and I'll be back in about 4 minutes or so. And it's already looking better. All right, here we go. I got the clear, and it's kind of windy out, which I'm not a big fan of, nor should you be. And I'm just going to put a very light coat on, and I'm having to spray it very oddly because there's so much wind. And I'm going to call that pretty much my first coat. And I'm going to go back and coat the other one in between. Anywhere where there's letters etched into it, numbers, you got to get it a little bit extra. God, that looks good. All right, this is about dried. It used to feel like I was wasting paint, but always go past the edges and you'll definitely get a better finish than trying to cut it out at the right time. That's it, man. I am done with this thing. Alright, I got the grill set in there, and I'm going to show you the clips. If you're looking to uninstall these, there's a clip right here. I hope you can see it right there. And you're going to have to slide that into that one. This one over here, look right there. I'll show you on the other side. You got to slide it into that one. Right there. You can slide it back. It'll click in. And these things here will hold the grill in place. Otherwise. So now, it's in tight on the bottom. God, that looks good. Let me get it on the top. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. And then where's the other ones? 5, 6. The bolts, I believe. All right, I did this light video separate from everything, and so I'm going to show you how they look and everything. I've even got a picture from the other evening to where you can see how they look at nighttime. And these front ones look absolutely stunning at nighttime. So that's the lights. We did the grill, and so the grill's all painted now. The videos of that are up on the channel. There's many videos in this kind of series. Plus, I think I'm going to put them all together also. This was the most cool part, that I didn't have to do nothing to this, and it just looks as close to new as you're going to find. I hate to say like new, I know, nothing's like new that's a 1995, but I'll tell you what, these lights look good. Looks great. The bumper looks great. This whole truck just looks great. So that's the deal. We did these here lights, and that's showing you how they look. And I hope that he enjoyed, and I'm gonna clip this all together in a video and put it on out there. Check out my other videos, because I redid all kinds of stuff on this one. Plus we did that one a while back, and I've got videos on all kinds of these cars. Got a Monte Carlo and another one of these coming up in a stretch cab half ton. Thanks for watching. Have a great day or night. Check out the links. All kinds of stuff I used on this. We'll talk to you.